Hagi Animal one and all. Welcome back to the Not Until Sports TV. Right, today we want to discuss the England game, the upcoming England game against Senegal. Possible lineups, especially in the attack. I know the back line won't change much. Maybe the possibility of Kyle Walker replacing Trippier, or maybe they play a three at the back. In midfield, you probably swap Rice with Henderson, or vice versa. Henderson come back, Rice come back in. But not much in it. But the debate is about the forward lineup. Who will start? Will it be Marcus Rashford, who's on form? Is it Ryan Sterling, who offer you something going for higher pace and guile? Bukayo Saka? Is there a place for Foden over Mount? Those are the big questions everyone is trying to get answers to. But the main thing no one is really talking about is Harry Kane. He seemed to be beyond reproach, where no one is allowed to question anything when it comes to Harry Kane. We must just go with the flow that he has to play, as if he's some sacred cow or something where he can't be touched. I mean, the guy's played 3 games, no shots on target as a striker. And I keep hearing that he comes deep and all that. What's the point of having world-class midfielders who play that role better if you're going to do what they did with Wayne Rooney? When he wasn't getting goals, you drop him deep and cost the team up front. Senegal is a physical, athletic team, similar to the USA. You see what happened in the USA game. You need runners in behind who's going to stretch them. And that is where I say Marcus Rashford should start up front. Saka on the right and Sterling on the left, and Foden just behind him as number 10. That's how I would play that. So you have someone carrying the ball and attacking them, and you have people willing to run behind. I hear those bandits over by Talk Sports the other day talking about Harry Kane is playing better than he did in the Russia game. I'm struggling to wonder what game has this guy been watching, Danny Murphy. By stating Harry Kane is actually playing better than Russia 2018 makes me even more convinced these guys got an agenda. The guy hasn't had a shot on target, as I said. The guy ain't playing well, and yet, again, some minute team. I'm not saying that as a striker he could just catch fire now, but tournament is about form, not about greatness of a player who he was before. It's about form. It's 7 games. You need players on form. I mentioned Salvatore Schillaci the other day. He catch form for Italy and he played throughout the rest of the tournament. That's what tournament football is. You only have 7 games. You want your form players at tournament more than anything else. So you got Marcus Rashford, who's on fire. He's on form. And we're having a debate, will he start? That's baffling to my mind. And no one seemed to want to ask any question about Harry Kane. As I said, it's just mind-boggling how he's allowed to get away with that. The same thing that they ridiculed Olivier Giroud for the last World Cup. He didn't score any goals. He was not offering much up front. Kane is now doing that. Now it's okay. He's now a false 9. It's okay. He's not out there to score goals. So what's the point in being on the field? You need to put someone on there who's about to score goals. That's all I'm saying. If he's offering you nothing in goal scoring and you got someone who's in goal scoring form, what's the debate? There can be no debate there. It's as simple as night turn today. You play the form player. I understand the argument he might be one of the best penalty takers. Even so then, you can bring him off the bench. He can come on later on in the game then. Should it go down to anything like that? But for now you need fresh legs. You need players in form who's going to be running at the opposition, stretching them. And that's, as I said, the more athletic players. And then you have Phil Foden, who's wonderful at carrying the ball and operating tight spaces, should that happen. Not Harry Kane dropping deep and bringing even more pressure on the team, because they have no one up there to pass the ball forward to. So that's just my assessment on what I heard from the usual bandits at Talksport. Somehow managing to praise Harry Kane in this 3-goal drought stretch as still the best striker England have. They keep telling people that, as I said, you got a mind of your own and it's modern time. You can check information for yourself. Not just run with what these guys keep pushing out. And you'll see for yourself that the guys actually hurting the team. They did that and caused Mauricio Pochettino to lose that final, the Champions League final. No way under the sun Lucas Moura scored a hat-trick and was playing quite well in form. And one game, the finals, Harry Kane was 20% fit or whatever, and they rush him back because somehow 20% fit Harry Kane was still better than Lucas Moura. They would have you believe. A Brazilian international. But that's their narrative as usual. All I'm saying is that cost Tottenham that finals because he was just non-existent up front and not running around. And the same thing's gonna happen again. And it's gonna come back to haunt them very soon. That's why I can't take them serious in tournaments. So there's too much sentiment to certain players that will never be afforded to another set of players. And that's my take on that. And as usual, momentum more one and all. And not until.